Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we started working on the process that we're going to use to start making fluorite ore to begin making hydrofluoric acid so that we can mine infinite givelite. And so that is what we've been working on. So we are pulling rubite and steatite out of our warehouses, and we brought them over here, and we are starting to process them, crush it, and then run it through the flotation cells to make chunks out of it and start getting geodes. So that's kind of what we were working on last time. Now we are also, we're dealing with byproducts as well as typical. So we have, the crushed stone coming out of here, and we're also going to have the geodes coming out of here, and we're going to need to send that to an area where they can be processed. I'm going to have to kind of set that up for each of the different geode types, and then a way to process crushed stone. So, and then we're going to have to set up systems to turn those into the various catalysts. And, we probably actually won't be able to get enough catalyst out of this line alone, but once... Oh, we're starting to get dark. But once we... What was the train of thought I was going to have? But once we start getting all of the different processing, then we'll get a lot of extra geodes, because not every system uses the crystal catalyst, so I think it should all even out over time. Alright, now one thing from last time is that I was setting up the output from the flotation cells, and I set the belt up pushing them south. I went ahead and flipped that around to push them north instead, because I do kind of want to build these in a way that is expandable. So when I do that, I usually will have the inputs going in one direction and the outputs coming out the other direction, so that, if I needed to add more crushers, I could just add some more crushers, extend these lines, add them into this line, and then it would be fine. You can really easily add additional crushers to this line, and so set it up so that I could really easily add additional flotation cells to this line, though I don't really think I'm going to need to do that. But, you never know. So, we're going to continue working on this. We just have the steatite flotation cells. What we're going to need now are the rubite flotation cells. And so, I think what we're going to do is we're going to set it up this way. So we're going to have the output here. And what I may go ahead and do... Let me just get rid of some of these extra blueprints. Let's go ahead and make a quick blueprint. Blueprint everything here but the inserters. Do we want to do that? Yes, I think so. Then we'll go ahead and... Now we have a bunch of guys bringing in some pipes, so That'll do. Now, we will have to modify these, I think, a little bit, because we don't necessarily need these guys there. Now, that one we do want to keep like that. We're going to hook these guys in there. Hopefully, these pipes will have a sufficient capacity to be able to handle it. Make some more substations for power. Alright, and as far as the sulfuric wastewater is concerned, we'll just connect all these guys up. Alright, and here will be our rubite input. Alright, so we just need to change these guys up to rubite chunks. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. That is a different wastewater output. Okay. We're going to have to push that a different direction. Oh, let's make sure that this... Yeah, remove those. Forgot that that was going to be a nitric wastewater as opposed to sulfuric wastewater. There we go. So, the nitric wastewater gets purified in a purified water and I think mineralized water. We can't use it to make nitric acid, which is a bit weird, but, you know, is what it is. I'm actually going to set it up so that it gives us the most efficient coverage. For these substations. So that should give us total coverage of the area. Good. There we are. Outputs. And then we'll have half of these push to the near side of the belt as usual. There we are. Okay. Now, the nitric wastewater. That's something I hadn't quite accounted for. But let's at least hook them all up so they're all connected to the same pipe system, and then we'll figure out where that's going. Alright, so how much is this producing of that? 343 per second. How much will we have to do to purify that? Let's see. Let's just say, do I have? I think I can do. Hold on. I think I can do the Mark IIs. Yes, 5 of them will handle 1,000 per second. So I really should only need 2 of these guys. Okay, that's not bad. Now I want to put them somewhere where they're not going to be in the way. Obviously, the mineralized water would be nice to have because, you know, it's used for things, particularly like algae farms. But I'm not sure I have any place to really put it right now. Well, here's what we'll do. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pipe this stuff north. Alright, let's bring it this way. And we'll set up a little processing area here. We may eventually make a loading area that will have some of these byproducts that are potentially useful. But for now, we'll set up our 2 hydro plants. We'll put some of this in storage. I guess I'll take a couple of storage tanks. And then the rest, we're just going to go ahead and dump. Now, the purified water can get sent back and hooked into the existing purified water system. Yeah, so also need a clarifier, at least one. We'll need an overflow valve. Do I already have one? I don't think I do. Oh yeah, that needs to get all dumped. I'll have to set up some requester chests to grab some of these things at some point, to make sure that anything in the system gets picked back up and sent back through. Okay, so they should be done. There they are. Oop. Ugh. And you guys are going to be purifying nitric wastes. There we go. Though, I don't see nitric wastewater in the pipe. Ah, there we are. Okay, so there's the purified water. I'll bring that out there. The mineralized water. We'll go ahead and connect to storage tanks. And then for now, we'll put it on a clarifier. Alright, let's go ahead and get this purified water hooked back into the system. Now, do I want to hook into the clarifiers? No, I don't want to hook it into the clarifiers. I want to hook it into this line here. So I want to add a little splice there. So there we go. Because then this should push all the way back into this whole system. Oh, it's behind a pump. Okay, so no. That will slow everything down. Alright, so this is what we're going to need to do. We're going to need a non-return valve. A non-return valve on there. We're going to need another overflow valve. Overflow valve is going to point this direction. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that across here, and we're going to connect that into the clarifiers. Just make sure that's all hooked up right. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Make sure that we have some room in there. So it should push into this. If there's room in there. If there isn't, then it should overflow into there to be clarified. So that should all work properly and keep everything flowing. There we go. Okay. So, now we need to handle... Oh, back to this. Okay. So, next order of business is going to be sending the stereotype chunks, rubite chunks. Well, we need to siphon out the geodes. So that's what we're going to have to do next. So let's go ahead and get them over here. We're going to need splitters. We're going to say output priority right for those geodes. Output priority left for these geodes, yellow geodes. Yep, that's the right ones. There we go. Let's go to filter them. We send those guys underground. Okay. Then we'll have those chunks go through here. Alright, and for time being, we're going to want buffer silos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loaders. Buffer silo. I think those are just going to be like that. All right. Then we'll have loader. Okay. So that will definitely work. Now, how many per second are we going to need of these chunks? We're going to need 13.8. So I was thinking of trying to force those onto a single belt, but I don't think that's going to work. Okay, so we're going to need... Let's see. These... You know what? It was a nice idea to have these in the most efficient place, but I think I'm going to need to move them for space conservation. There we go. And so... Well, I don't know how far this is going to have to go. It's not going to have to go that far. Alright, so we're going to have... these guys coming through here. So then let's bring rubite. Oh, I just accidentally picked up some of these. There we go. Okay. And then we're also going to need those catalysts. So we're probably going to go ahead and bring them down through here as well. And then we'll have our 4 ore sorters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to need pickups. Let's see. You're going to be there. You're going to be there, and you're going to be there. And this is a little silly to do, but we're just going to go ahead and drop it as a blueprint. There we go. Just make things a little bit simpler. Alright, and then you guys are going to be fluorite ore. Perfect. And then out of these, we're going to have our fluorite. So I'm just trying to decide if I want to use loaders or inserters. Inserters will be use less space. Loaders are, well, it really doesn't even matter. The inserters are just as fast. Yeah, I think the loaders are a little bit overkill for these, because these are not going to run that quickly. Right, we want to send this the other way. Like that. And just make sure we have 2 of them offset near. There we go. Alright, so the whole system is set up to produce the actual fluorite ore. We just need to handle the geodes and the crushed stone. So we're going to need to sort out how that's all going to work. Alright, so let's go ahead and just minimize that to get that out of the way. Crushed stone is going to need to get dissolved into mineral sludge. So I'm trying to remember where exactly that recipe is. Here. Slag slurry. Okay, so crushed stone and sulfuric acid. We are producing 25.3 per second. So how many are we going to need for just this process? Liquefier Mark Force. Can I make Liquefier Mark Force? I can, in fact, make Liquefier Mark Force. That's very nice. So what do we say we needed to process? 26 per second? Alright, let's just say 1. 31.3 per second. So we're only going to need 1 of those, but we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to do 2. Just for margin. Now, was I buffering this stone at all? No, I'm not. That might be a good idea. Alright, let's make sure that everybody is reaching the bottom. And it is. Good, good. And everybody's running. Do we have sufficient purified water? We do. Stereotype hydro refining. Looks good. And we should be pushing sulfuric wastewater into that system. Yes, we are. Oh, you're all maxed out on purified water. Purified water is still a problem here. We're just so overloaded. All right. For the time being, it's not exactly the ultimate solution I want to have, but we're gonna pop a clarifier on here to just start pulling some of this stuff out. Okay. Oh, that seems to be handling our sulfuric waste output. Oh, yeah, that seems to be handling it. Yep, so our buffers are going to fill up, which is fine. That's why we have the buffers there. Yep, everything is flowing nicely. Good. Good. Alright, let's go ahead and start turning these guys into slurry. Oh, we're gonna need sulfuric acid for this. And I could just connect directly to this sulfuric acid system over here, because it's just right there. We don't necessarily need a train for it, because that seems to be a bit overkill. Inputs, outputs. Yeah, that should be fine. And we want the output to go this way. Though that will clog things up here. So I could go for a substation, but I don't think we need to really do that. Alright, but I think we're actually kind of out of time here. There we go. Yeah, we're out of time here, so what we'll do is we'll work on this process of making the catalysts next episode. So, for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.